Hello and welcome to Diana's Makerspace for this February 8th, 2025. Just a reminder now, tomorrow next Sunday, I'm going to be at the Toy Fair in Sturtevant, which is next to be seen by Farm Fleet on Highway 11. So you just go to Walmart and just go a few blocks west, and it's at Banquet Hall. And then I'm going to sort of set up something with the Barbie sorority and also set up where you could buy stuff on Square Site. Well, just to do one thing like I always do, I used to do my conferences. This is my old travel bag from the 90s that I used when I used to work for SCS. And I used to travel different places where I put my computer, my laptop computer, some clothes, some other stuff. And that's what I'm going to do. Everything for Dalford is going to be packed inside here. So, and just to show you a few things that I've done in that though. Oh, the other thing before I go too far, is I'm planning to dress in a Barbie theme, in a Valentine's theme. This is one of the Barbie theme outfits I'm going to have. It's sort of a nice floral dress. And let me go back a little bit, maybe you can see a little bit more. With some pink tights. And then I got some others. I think a dress and leggings outfit, which I'll show later. But let me know what you think for an outfit for the doll show, so like a Valentine's Barbie outfit theme. Now this is some of the things I've been working for the doll show, and these are some of the sofa coverings. The top is the back covering, and then two sitting coverings. One is the first one is a violet satin with a French roll, and the other one is a violet felt cushion with multiple colors. The other thing is I'm going to bring some of the futons, and let me just get some other things organized here. Also, this is my first generation phone lanyard that I make when I travel my phones. I actually made a second generation for a friend of mine made out of tulle. So if anyone's interested, ask me about that, and I can give you a quote on making a phone lanyard. Now, these, setting up just a minute. These are some of the travel beds. The multicolored ones on both the left and right are for the Barbies, and the blue one is for the 23-inch dolls. Also, what happens, the beds, as you can see, let me just flip them over. Oh, this one's single color. But they're also double pattern like that, so you can see, so you could use it either way. And another thing is the beds will come with a bedroom set. Basically, this is one of the beds, and you can see here's a comforter, a pillow. This one's made for the 60 centimeter 23-inch dolls. Also could be used for Barbies. This is an example of some of the futons, where basically the Barbies can rest or lay down, watch TV, in different styles. And the other thing what I'm going to do is I'm also going to do like I did at the doll meetup. I'm going to bring the laptop computer, and I'm going to bring a monitor so that basically we can watch some videos on other people do makers events too. One thing I like to show though is with the Barbie house. Starting from the top, this is from the Tiffany edition. You can see that an extension was made, and the extension was made for adding Linda so that she has a bedroom to sleep. And then as we go down, you can see another extension that goes all the way across on the second floor, one on the third floor, one on ground level, and one in the sub-basement. And then going from ground level, you can see here's the bedroom for Demetra, Mike, and Lara. In focusing, this is the newest member of the Barbie sorority, Linda. She's originally from Natchez, was studying in New York, and is now living with us in Racine, Chicago, Milwaukee megacity, along with Demetra, Bruce, and Jean. And also the living room extending into the original living room, with Suziska in the back, Henry in the back, and then Sandy, Barbie, Lara, and then Ova, and then Sarah, who's an amorphous biological entity. So she's a very good listener, but prefers to just sort of stay as a marble and communicate telepathically. Then there's Diana. Stanley. Stanley is a Ken doll, and he had plastic hair. So I talked with a friend of mine, Annette, and we decided basically he needed real hair. So I ordered on Amazon, and I did a hair extension for Stanley, and then his companion Anastasia, and then Sabrina, who was on tour and under a different stage name, and now staying with us. And Mike also didn't have any hair, and also his arms are, because he's a war veteran from the Gulf War, and he suffered war damage due to the Gulf War. So I've been trying to do a prosthetic operation so that he can actually have an actual arm and actual hands rather than a block hand in that, though. And I did hair extensions, as you can see. And next to Stanley is Diana, who is my alter ego in Barbie. Then going down, you can see there's Pingy, Olga, who is named after one of my grandmother's sisters, Tatiana, Marie, Karen, who is named after a friend of mine I worked with many years ago, Annette, who is named after a friend, and Judy, who is named after my sister. And then up above, with the brunette hair is Hetty, who is named after my great grandmother, and Lucille, who is named after my grandmother. Also, Anastasia is named after my grandmother, but she used a different name when she came to the United States. Now, going back with the Barbie house, you can see now with the basement's being made to be used as a Barbie play garage or IoT center. Right now, basically, it's sort of used as a storeroom for some of the craft stuff. And then going up to the first floor, you can see the bedroom for Sandy, Barbie, Henry, and Suziska. And then the second floor, you can see the original living room that connects to the new living room that connects to the Tiffany addition. And going up to the third floor, you can see Diana, Anastasia and Stanley, and also Jane and Bruce, their beds. Since they're a couple, they share a bed together. And then Marie and Olga's sisters, so they share a bed. They share a comforter together, because Marie actually has her own bedspread. But this winter weather, they've been sharing a comforter. And then Annette is a quilt with the quilt bed. And just to show you, her bed is made of tulle and her pillow is made of tulle. And then basically her friend Judy has a compan bed. Her pillow is made of soft linen cotton, and her bedspread and her blanket is made of a paisley pattern. Then as we go on, here's the beauty room. And in the beauty room, let's see if we can just see in a little bit there. Yep, there we can. You can see the bathtub, and there's a toilet, so it's a full bathroom. And this is a beauty center. And going down, you can see the stairway that goes up from the first floor to the second floor. And here is the study room. Is a study room and makeup area. So basically, you can see a desk for meetings. In the background, a computer, a specially made computer, actually. Let me just pull it out and show you. This is the Kaneki ITS 1000. It's more than just an AI computer. It's actually a thinking computer based on technology that I developed all the way starting in the 1970s and perfected in the late 80s. But as you can see, what happens? It has three computers with it. On the bottom, let's see. Let me just put this down here for a moment. On the bottom, it has a main computer, main ITS computer. Then it has a secondary ITS computer and a tertiary ITS computer, and a primary screen and two secondary screens. But the thing what's different about this, where many computers have cores, all these computers are independently. So they don't share memory, they don't share channels, but they communicate by a form of a channel mechanism, but similar to a biological brain communication, like a neural bundle. So basically, if one system crashes, the other two can keep going. If two system crashes, the other two keep going. So it's designed in a way like an airplane. An airplane can fly on two engines, but can fly on one engine, but needs two engines to take off. That's how this is designed. And the furniture, the furniture for the computer, the desk and chair is designed by myself, as well as the desk, the table is designed by myself. Now moving into the next room, this is the yoga room and the hot tub room. It has a couple's hot tub, and then it has a yoga room with a mirrored floor, and also a yoga mat. I'm planning to add a ballet bar so that basically also ballet can be done. And on the third floor is a special part of the house for Peekaboo. So basically, that's a special house for Peekaboo and his friends and guests. And going down, you can see this is Hetty's and Lucille's bedroom with a closet above and back, and Pingy and Karen's bedroom. And then just removing the stairwell, this is Tatiana and Sabrina's bedroom. And when we go, you can see basically Pingy, Olga, Tatiana, Marie, Karen, Annette, Judy, and then Hetty, who's a brunette, and Lucille, who's blonde. The Barbie house has started as a simple thing. It's about 1.5 years old in building, and I've tried to maintain a certain architectural consistency. The newest features to the Barbie house architecturally, as I followed the Chicago model, was an idea when the Riverside condos were made in Chicago in 1965. Or those of you who remember the old Bob Newhart show, you'll see this suspension. That's how the long floors were supported by suspension cables in the condo that's a long condo with pedals, with long floor pedals by Lush Street. So I made a suspended floor, and then going back here, this was made sort of in a way like the way the Drake Hotel was made. Basically, you had a floor supported by columns, but then also what I did today was I added a suspended floor to expand the second floor. So on the second floor, you can go all the way over from one bedroom, one living room, to the original living room, to the beauty salon, to the conference presentation room, to the workout room. And then starting from the third floor, you can see there's a balcony, and then there's a privacy room. So if anyone, the Barbies need a moment of privacy, they have a privacy bedroom. And then here's a bedroom for Linda. And then going up, then sort of a ranch style step up. Then there's Diana, Anastasia, Stanley, Jane, and Bruce. And then Marie and Olga, and Annette and Judy. So So I'd like to remind everyone, basically, I'm planning to be at the Dow Fair on Sunday from 10 to 2 with a friend of mine, Ron, and maybe Annette might be able to join us. Whoops. And basically, the directions to Dow Fair is just get off on Highway 11. It's a little bit west of Walmart. Actually the biggest landmark is Farm and Fleet. It's next to Farm and Fleet. So those who know where Walmart is in Racine, just go a little bit west on the other side of tracks, and you'll see Farm Fleet. And I'm not sure where a table is going to be placed, but look for Diana 1K7 Design and Consulting, also Kaneki Art. And Lon's going to bring two of his toy cars to sell as well. Lon's a big Corvette collector, so why don't you stop by and say hello. And this has been Diana's Makerspace for February 8th, 2026.